Hey guys, how's it going? So we're working on Timmy the Tug this episode. See if we can get this bucket of bolts going. It's I kind of didn't introduce you guys to it, but anyway, this is the Tug, and we're going to try to get this thing going. Kind of as a side note to the Hollywood Bomber. Here we go. Okay, so this is the deal. This is a I don't know what it is, 1980-ish, something like that. Stewart and Stevenson Tug, who's since been bought by Tug Incorporated, but neither here nor there. It's got a 300 Ford 6-cylinder in it, going up to a C6 transmission, kind of Fred Flintstone simple. We got it from a local FBO. They were getting rid of it, kind of bought it by the pound. So as they said on Facebook Marketplace, make for a great project. So I don't know how that's going to go. Anyway, long story short, we pulled the valve cover off to check the valve action, all that. And I've got one valve that is not pushing up. I don't know if it's a collapsed lifter or the cam shot or whatever, but we're hoping that maybe it'll get better. You know what I mean? So there's that. The other thing is I've got we did a bore scope on the engine. Everything looks good. The cylinder barrels look great and all that. Did a compression check. Absolutely sucked. I think one cylinder was close to 100, but the rest of them kind of sucked. But I'm thinking maybe it'll run, and maybe the rings will tighten up, loosen up. I don't know. Then we got that going. So we cranked the distributor. Dallas and I cranked the distributor on, or cranked the engine, and the distributor wasn't making any sparks. So what they had in here, I kind of destroyed it taking it out. But they had a super duper Mallory HID crap things, all that stuff came out, and what we're putting back into it is a good old points ignition, Fred Flintstone simple. It's a Tug. It doesn't need higher performance. On that note, somebody changed a carburetor out and put a higher performance Holly on there, which is that's like lipstick on a pig. So that'll probably come off. We'll put a little single barrel on there because we just need to keep it simple. And we got all the wiring kind of cleaned up a little bit. I got new wiring for I had to put a resistor in here. I'll show you that. I had to put a resistor in here for the coil because the coil said it needs a resistor. Coil's here. I've got to tighten up the mounts on that. We're going to stab the distributor, so that's what's going on. We cleaned off the front of the engine where we could actually see the what do you call it? Timing marks down there. So that's a good thing. So now we can see the timing marks. Because that was just solid grease all down there, so that's was kind of nasty. Anyway, got that going. So anyway, the effort right now is we're going to stab the distributor. We'll see how that goes. So, hey, I'm an airplane guy. I'm not a car guy, but you know what? If nothing else, this should be entertaining. So here we go. I'm going to place you on something steady, and we'll get the distributor in. Okay, so what we'll do is I've got it lined up at number 1. It looks pretty close. I buzz boxed it just using a buzz box airplane style, and that looks pretty close. So we'll put that in. I'll put the little hold down deal on, and this will give us a lot of swing to adjust. Ah! Put the little holder down on. Okay, got number 1 lined up right here with a black mark, and that also aligns with the cap, which goes on. There's the notch. Jiggy jiggy joo, like that. Put the cap on, boom baby, boom. Put this on. Cool, got that. Then we're going to take this, going over to here. Looks like that'll work from the coil. So we'll strategically get that in the coil. So that goes the coil. That's going to work there. We might have to move that later. That's okay. We'll tighten that up. Get that off here. Get this tightened up. Crap. Like that. Need a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's get that sorted. Okay, let's get this done. Tighten this dude up. Let's see, about like that. That should work well. Really? What the heck? So I'm gonna get a little pair of pliers, screwdriver. I don't have a screwdriver. Fuck. Farts. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. There. Jam the nut. Go. Okay. Let's get you straight. Always use the right tool, especially on ground support equipment. Come on. Cool. Done with that. Good. It's over there. And this gets tight. Put that in there. Good. Okay. What's it say? Coil. Coil positive. Okay. Coil positive. That means we've got a little wire here. Where's our wire? Take it, you. This will be coil negative, I guess. Coil positive, coil negative. Let's look with our flashlight, which we dropped. Positive. That goes coil positive. That means this one goes over here. Okay. Let's take that off. Always use the right tools. Come on, get off. There we go. Back here. And this thing should go on. Right? Okay, so that's on. That's wired. That's wired. We need a wire to go to spark plug. one. Okay, one of these. Go to number 1. And then we'll go to a spark plug. Which did I take the spark plug? Got the spark plugs out. Cool. Cool. So that's ready to go. We got to get power to that. Let's tighten the resistor first. The resistor's up here in the giblet compartment. And we'll give it a little chooch, get that thing tightened up. Go underneath here. Find my washer, my nut that I had before. Where the heck is it? There it is. Washer nut. There. Okay. Get that tight. Get that tight. So, that looks nice. Cool. Now, we've got one wire plugged into it from downstairs. Then I've got another wire that I need to terminate, which I didn't do that yet. That was kind of stupid. So what we'll do is we'll strip it and see if we can MacGyver it just to get spark. This episode is getting spark. So, back in a flash. Let's get something to get spark. It's going to need strippers. And that whatnot, strippers. And then we also need to come off of here. Get that off. Okay. Wire strippers. Okay. Okay, let's get this wire stripped, and let's see, we're going to do a lot of stripping. Okay, good. Okay, we'll make this right later, but right now we're just getting it going. So, twist it through there. Close enough. Okay, good enough on that one. Do the same on this one. What is that? Alternator. I don't care about that. Okay, we got the distributor kind of set. We got the coil hooked up, coil wire hooked up, resistor wire hooked up to that. I kind of MacGyvered the wire coming from the main power hooked up to that. We got a spark plug here, and we're going to see how this thing works. I'm going to push up here, and we'll see if we have any spark on the old sparkulator. There, I'm going to hold that with a pair of pliers so I don't shock the crap out of myself. So we'll see what happens. Power on. Hang on. Power on. Okay, let's see if we got any kind of spark at all. Cool. Yow! Son of a bitch. Yeah. Yep, we got spark. Cool. So that means I'm going to put the spark plug wires in, and then once I get the spark plugs in, get the spark plug wires in, we'll get spark. I'm going to put the valve cover on and see if this thing will bust off. So here we go. Actually, let's okay. 1, 5. Next one, 1, 5, and the number's over here on the manifold. If you're wondering, 1, 5. Let's see, we'll get a longish one. That's a longish one. 1, 5. 1, 5, 3. 3 is a short one. 3. It's either going on right or it's going on wrong. I didn't look at the rotation of this thing, so we'll just have to see how it goes. 1, 5, 3, 6. 6 will make a long one. 6. 2. 2. Well, these are both kind of short. We'll make this one long. 1, 2. 2. And then 4. Boom. Okay, so we should have ignition. That means this thing should run. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the valve cover back on. It looks pretty clean. Got a couple leaves over there, but that's out of the way. Cool. Let me turn the lights off, turn the power off. Okay, cool. Valve cover goes back on. Always reuse gaskets, except it doesn't go in that way. It goes on the other way. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that's gonna work. That works a lot better. That'll fit a lot better that way. Okay, cool. Get this thing going. Got to get this thing chooched. Cool, pretty well lined up. Got the valve cover all cleaned up. Okay, gotta find the screws. Got screws, it holds it on. Okay. Cool beans. Put that thing in there because it looks good. Let's see, this one goes on here. Don't drop it in there, that'd be bad. Boom, boom, boom. Got that tight. So I think this will fit. You gonna fit? Yeah. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Okay, vacuum line. Vacuum line. Put the vacuum line over here. Okay. Put it over here. Okay. Put it right about there. Okay. Power up. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, we got some hot sauce. Let's try this. We're neutral, right? This back in. Okay, it might have a little blow by. This thing's chooching like a freaking steam locomotive. So, okay, we're not running. It's not running. It's not busting off. So we got to go, So this thing's kind of smoking like a steam locomotive. So yeah, I know the rings are a little shot. That's okay. we'll worry about that. It's also been sleeping a long time, so I'm just trying to get going. So it's trying to fire. I think we'll go to episode 2 on this one, but don't know if the carburetor's doing its thing. I'm pretty sure the fuel pump's working, but the fuel is probably Shotsky. So what we're going to do is drain the fuel tank and come back. So we'll see you in episode 2. This we're going to get this little dude running. Not well, but it'll be running, and hopefully we'll have less smoke coming out of it was pumping out of the dipstick hole, it was pumping out everywhere. So other than everything being worn out and shot, it's a pretty tight engine. So anyway, we'll be back.